All right, good morning. For those who just joined us, two things. If you can turn on your camera, the other one is join paired F and start the bell ringer. Okay. Look good. For those who started it, looks really good. That's perfect. Seeing that you got the slope and the y-intercept. Seeing that you got it. Thank you. Okay, good morning, Gina. Good morning, William. Also for this week, if anyone have not taken the summative last week, would you please let me know? So even though I know it's half day tomorrow, there's no book remote, but I'm more than happy to open conference and meet with you and go over anything that you need, or you want to take it before so this is a week for you to do it. You don't want to wait until we come back. It's like 2 weeks later. You may not remember, okay? So this week should be a good time for you to do it. You can do it today as well. Let me know the time that you're available. We can make adjustment. I can turn on the summative and you can make it up, okay? Or you got your summative results and you don't like it and you want to, whoops, sorry. And you want to retake the summative, then also let me know, all right? All right, so the bell ringer, I'm going to quickly check one more time for those who turned it in. Perfect, good. So it seems to me that you got it. So the slope is the values in front of the x. So the slope is 5. The y-intercept is -7. So that's good. All right. One thing is when I look at your CUDA work practice from last time that we met, seems like you're doing okay. You guys doing okay. I feel that some of you may struggle a little bit when we have to solve for y, but it seems like you do well with the graph and you do well when a slope and the y-intercept is given to you. So that's the one that I think is okay. We don't have to worry much about it. We're going to quickly review what we learned from last time. So this is where you start to write the equation in slope-intercept form. So keep in mind the general equation. Okay, mine is not. Stop mirroring. Okay. Stop connecting. Okay, so for the equation for this one is always when I ask you to write an equation in slope-intercept, this is the general equation, right? The two things that you need to change is the one in front of the x and the one behind it. So the slope is 4. The y-intercept is 5. So that's how I write the equation. For this one, this objective, I think you got it. So I'm not going to spend too much time to review on this one. I think you got it based on your practice. If you need me to review it, let me know. We can do another one. So I'm going to skip this question. This one, we just do the bell ringer and seems to me the one who responds to me is okay. So let's skip this one. I know, hold on. All right, this is the one we may need a little bit review on. Half and half. I've seen that a little bit more than half know what to do, how to find the slope. So here's the thing. If you know what to do, go ahead and fill that out so I can check your work. If you don't know what to do, just stay in conference and follow the steps that I'm about to go over. Okay, so the slope. To find the slope is right over 1. So basically what I would do is I'm looking for 2 points on the graph. So I'm choosing this one because it's easy for me to use. And then the other one I'm thinking is the one on the x-axis. You can choose any 2 points as long as the point is the exact value. So I do this, if you think about how you draw the triangles, like I'm gonna take a route, I'm gonna walk one definite one location to the next. So here, going down, and then I'll make a right turn. Okay, so I'm gonna count my square. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going down 6 units. Then I'm going to the right 3 units. So my slope rise is the one is up and down, -6. I'm going to the right is 3. If I'm going to simplify, this gives me -2. So the slope is -2. So you can choose, I chose these 2 points and then I ended up reduce it. For some of you, you may choose a different point, which is right here. There's another one that you can choose, which will give you -2, same thing. Okay, y-intercept is something that you must know is the point on the y-axis, which is, in this case, is 6. When I ask for the coordinates, I meant 0, 6. That's what I mean by coordinates. Give me the order pair. The equation, like I said, we use a template. Just fill it in. We already have the slope, which is -2, and we have the y-intercept, which is 6. So I feel like this one, as you understand the y-intercept, I have a mix. I look at your work, I'd be able to see the choices that you make. So Kudo work give you choices, and I'd be able to go back. That's one thing I like about it, is that I could be able to go back and look at the answer that you chose. And from what I see, some of you have your slope and the y-intercept mixed up. Okay, you got the slope, you understand the number, but you don't put them in the right place. So remind yourself the slope is the one with the x values, and the y-intercept is the one with that. Right? Question on this one, is this something that you want me to go over again, or are you guys okay with this? We're just gonna go ahead and move forward. This is what we covered from last time. How do we feel about this? Let me know. I'm gonna give you a couple seconds to process and then put in the chat. Let me know. If you think we should move on, I'll move on. If you think no, let's do another example, then I'll do another one. Move on. Okay. If some of you feel like, no, I'm not ready to move on, just let me know. I can check in with you later, okay? All right, so what is the slope of this line? Again, how do we know if we have the, here's the thing, sometimes like, how do I know if I'm gonna put the unit going down or up? This is a way that I would do. I'm gonna quickly do this one. I'm gonna choose 2 points, so I would choose this one, and I would choose another one, which is right here, okay? When I draw my line, I can, if I go down, and then this to the left. If I go down, I can put -1 to the left, -2. So if you go down, you put the negative, go to the left, negative. You go up, positive, go to the right, positive. So my slope is -1 over -2, which is turn into positive because negative cancel out. If you chose to draw the square below it, for some was like, Ms. Lynn, what if I draw the triangle up here? That is okay too. This is okay too, because think about this. If you're gonna count, you go up 1, right? If you go up 1, that means +1, and then you go to the right twice, that's +2. So when you put them together, it's going to be 1 over 2. It's going to be the same no matter what. So it doesn't matter if you draw the triangle above the line or below the line. Just remind yourself, down, negative, left, negative. Up and right, they both positive, right? Okay. We're gonna skip this one. I prepare practice for you guys, but it seems like you guys okay, so I'll move on. Except for this line, this is a special line. This is a vertical. This equation for this one, the slope is undefined because there's no slope. The y-intercept, there's no point on the y-axis, so none. The equation is x equals 4. We learned this before when we do special line. So hopefully that you remember this, okay? So this is special line. All right, this is the one that I feel like more people need to review. So I would do this one more example, and then you let me know if I should do another one or we can move forward. Okay. So when I want you to solve for slope intercept means I want to solve for y. That's what it's saying. Solve for y. Okay. When you solve for y, that means you move everything over to the other side, which is 4x and the 5 over. I'm going to move the 4x first. Take the whole thing. Right? Now, if I go over this a little bit fast because I went over, it seems some of you already know what to do, so I'm just kind of do a quick review with you. Now I want to solve to remove the y, dy by 5. So when I do this, I look on my right side, 10 divided by 5 give me 2. The 4 divided by 5 not going to give me a nice number, so I will just leave it. Once I have this, I can go back and fill out the answer. The slope is the one in front of the x, so it's going to be negative 4 over 5. The y-intercept is the values by itself, which is 2. Okay, how do we feel with this one? How about this? Instead of you tell me if I should move on or not, let's do this one. I'm gonna look at product. I want you to do this one in product. If we all got it, we'll move on. If not, we'll spend time on this. So you let me know by doing the work. So I'll take a look. So go ahead and respond. So let me know, joy office hour, if this is something that you need help. All right, we'll move on. We'll skip these. Okay, this would be the new one that we're gonna learn today, and this is the, I know it's the almost break, so I'm not gonna spend too much time to you a lot of things. So this should be the last thing that we cover before break, and when we come back, we're gonna do a little bit more. But today it's gonna be a little bit relaxing for you. So this is the last thing we work on. I'll give you the time to practice. If you're done with your practice early, the time is yours. I'll dismiss you. Okay. All right, let's go back to conference. Some of you may know what to do. Some probably remember from freshman year. Some may not. Okay, we'll review. Okay, so this one is also asks you to write the equation using slope intercept. So slope intercept is when you have this template. You need to know the slope and you need to know the y-intercept. Look over here. I have 2 points. I don't know the slope yet. I have my y-intercept. In this case, it's kind of nice because the y-intercept is given to you, which is this one right here. How do I know it's a y-intercept? Because y-intercept is when x is 0 and y is some values. Okay, so in this case, I know this one is the y-intercept. but I don't have the slope. So what can we do to find the slope? Can you tell me? Put in the chat or unmute. Let me know. What do I do to find the slope? Because that's what I'm missing right now. Still waiting. If you have 2 points, what do you do to find the slope? Okay, let's see. I have students showing paradox as well. So let me see. All right, I see you started it. Good. Some of you tell me y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. Perfect. Okay, cool. So I'm going to find the slope. I'm going to label x1, y1, x2, y2. So to find the slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So by far for this one, I know this is to write this equation, this by far is the most work compared to the last 3 objectives. So let's put it in. y2, which is 2, minus negative 3, 0, minus 6. Minus and negative turn into positive, so 5 over negative 6. Yes, Jonathan, we divide after we have it and we divide them. So y equal to, I have the slope. Sorry, that was my daughter. And the y-intercept is 2. So for this one, it's nice and easy. It's not easy, I'm sorry. This one is nice because the y-intercept is given to you. The only thing we have to find is the slope. And then we put everything together. How we feel? Questions for me? Okay, moving on. So if I have this question, write the equation and slope intercept to form the line that passes through the point 4, -2, and 0, 3. Again, this is the general equation that we want. We need the slope and we need the y-intercept. Do we know the y-intercept for this question? If so, which one? Okay. All right. It seems to me the one who show work and paired act. And then, okay, check it. We know this one is the y-intercept, right? So the y-intercept is 3. Perfect. So I'm going to fill this in, 3. The only thing I'm missing is the slope, which we know how to find the slope. So x1, y1, x2, y2. So 3 minus -2, 0 minus 4. So 5 over 4, sorry, -5 over 4. So this will be my equation. Okay. Let's see for the one who worked on, yes, that's correct. Okay. Thank you for those who work on PADX. You show me the work. It's perfect. It's good. For the rest of you that you have not done anything, I'm going to expect that you watch the videos or come to office hour and get help, because if you're not doing this, you will fall behind, right? Right, so this is when you run an equation when the y-intercept is given to you. We just need to identify which one, and then we'll fill it in. The next one that we'll look at is that when 2 points are given to you, but the y-intercept may or may not be there. We may not see it. So this is the last example that we're going to work on. Last type of question we work on, but it's not the last example, so I said it wrong. So over here, if I look at these 2 points, I don't see my y-intercept yet. I don't have the one with a 0, so it's not it. So in this case, I don't have both. I don't have the slope, I don't have the y-intercept. What I need to do is I need to find the slope first. So I can take 6 minus 2, 3 minus 1. So that's step number 1. I got the slope. Okay. Now I have the slope, which is right here, which is 2, but I still need to find the y-intercept. So like I said, this should be the hardest one. So we know how to find the slope, but now we just have to find the y-intercept. To find the y-intercept is going to involve solving an equation, right? So let's start. You're going to choose one of these 2 points. So step number 1, find slope. Step number 2, I will choose 1 point. Either one. You can choose the first one, which is 1, 2, or the other one is 3, 6. I'm going to choose the first one. So it doesn't matter, I'm going to choose this one. So this is x value and this is y value. This is my general equation. I'll give you time to copy this down, so I want you to follow this, all right? I'm going to replace the values with every single thing that I know. Since I chose this one, my y value is 2. I just solved the slope is 2, which is m. The x values is from that point, which is 1. The only thing I don't know is my y-intercept. So I go ahead and multiply the slope and the x values, which give me 2. Well, now I can finish the rest of the problem. I want to solve for b, so I would move 2 over. That would give me 0, and that should be my y-intercept is 0. I just solved for b. So you get to choose a point. You don't have to choose the first one. You don't have to choose the second one. It's either one, whatever number that you like. Then that's the one it should work out. Label that point x and y. Okay. Step 3 is where you replace x, y, and the slope. And then you just solve for it. Questions for me? Is this something that like, Miss, when I remember this from freshman year, or nope, let's do another example. Can you please let me know? Should you do practice now, or should I do another example? That's my question. Okay, one more. All right, let's do one more. Okay, so again, your equation is y equals blank plus blank. We need the slope and then we need the y-intercept. In this case, we don't know the y-intercept, we don't know the slope, so we have to do for both. So label x1, y1, x2, y2. I'm going to find the slope. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. minus negative 8 to 1 over 4. This is my slope. Fill that in. Now we need to find the y-intercept, okay? So to find the y-intercept, you can choose one of the points. For me, I don't like negative, so I'm going to choose this one. Because the other one has a negative, I don't like to deal with negative. So this is the general equation. I need to replace each value. So the y is 4, the slope is 1 over 4, and the x is 3. So this is the reason I chose this one, just so you know that sometimes we're not going to have a nice number for b, but that's okay. So this is going to be 4 equal to 3 over 4 plus b minus 3 over 4 on both sides. If you have that graphing calculator, you can put it in. I'm not going to ask you to do it by hand, or you can put in the calculator for any calculator you have. So your answer can be, you have two options. It's going to either give you a decimal, or I show you how to change it back to fraction before. So, or it's going to be 13 over 4. So either way, so if you like fraction, I like to keep in fraction, so 13 over 4, that is fine. But if you like to keep in decimal, that's okay. So this is your equation. Okay, so here is the practice we're gonna do. We're gonna work on these questions. The one that I just taught you, you're gonna do the work. It's in CUDA Works, so you can start now. There are a few more questions from the last class that I want you to review on. So go ahead and log to CUDA Works and do the practice. If you don't know what to do, let me know. I will continue to do more example with you, whichever that you want me to do. For the one know what to do and you're ready to do the practice, go ahead and start. And the one who need help, just put in the chat. You can do private chat. I can just continue to talk about these questions, any question that you want me to go over, all right? So CUDA Works right now. Go ahead and start. I'll give you a couple minutes to log into the account to open the work, and then I will call you out if you don't do anything. So either you in the chat tell me that you need help and I work with you, or you work in CUDA Works, okay? You said no assignment? Okay, let me check. I posted yesterday. All right, give me 1 second.